promised that I would do it here with you guys on YouTube as a live. So I'm just going to get on with it. If anyone pops up and wants to ask me any questions, that's great. As you can see, 2.5 coats, Annie Sloan, and this is a mix of burgundy, primer red, and Empress Silk. All of the reds together mixed in one sort of unique combination to get this sort of lovely red. This will get darker once the wax goes on, and then it will pare down. So let's get some wax on it. It's been mad, as it's the day before Christmas Eve, if you're watching this on replay. Been out doing the shopping this morning. Turkeys bought in the fridge. I've got sausage rolls to make tomorrow, all sorts of Christmassy things. So I am pulling this quite fine for a project, but nevertheless, I wanted to complete it before Christmas because it's such a Christmassy colour, and we have 8 of you on here. That's quite a lot of you. I'm just going to literally, it's nothing exciting, but people said I want to see the end results and the waxing, so I'm just going to do it with you. More than likely I'm going to have visitors somewhere between this, because today is Mr. M's birthday and it's our wedding anniversary, just 3 days before Christmas. So we've had lots of people dropping parcels and gifts and all sorts of things off. So no doubt we'll be interrupted at some point. Not that that bothers me. So I'm just applying a clear coat of wax with a long bristle brush, and I'm doing kind of long strokes. If you're not used to Annie Sloan chalk paint, it's a very porous, the paint is very porous, so literally the wax is it's like hand cream, it will absorb. You can see already there's a bit of a sheen to this at the back, so it's kind of absorbing in. I'll bring you closer. I've got wires and things all over. Let's do that and you can see me a little bit closer up here. Can you see how the colour's deepened as well? It's a really lovely colour. I'm going to work just the top section and then take any excess off with a rag. And because I did brush strokes any what way, I'm doing the wax any what way because there's lots of textural brush strokes from my paint finish, so I kind of need to brush the wax in. I have painted the inside, but I'll do that afterwards because it's going to take quite a lot of time. Jump around the other side. Bring you up again so you can see a bit more. Ooh, there's a few of you on. You must have caught a good time. People must be already relaxing for their Christmas break. The lions look great with the wax on them. It's bringing all the details back. One lion. Bring you close again. Don't feel that you need to stay on. It is something of nothing, this line, really. If you've done chalk paint before, you'll know how to wax. but for some reason everybody wanted to see the outcome of this. So I suppose maybe the end results, I will do pictures tomorrow morning. If I get the time in between making sausage rolls and mince pies, I will do you a nice photo and I will post it on all of the other platforms so you can see the actual flat image of how this looks dressed and staged. Go into there, that's difficult. It's unlike me to be quiet, isn't it? I'm working, I'm being quiet. It's not very like me to be quiet. I'm normally a yatterbox, but there's not much to explain. I suppose just watching explains most of it. I may use some dark wax on some of the details as well. So the excess I'm just removing. By tomorrow this will have kind of sunk into the chalk paint. It'll be really good. I don't want to over buff it because I don't want it to be too shiny. I quite like that matte feel. So not too much buffing. What little area is that? You can definitely see where you missed areas. There's a colour difference. And remembering the first live that I did, we talked about how pigmented red was, but you can see it's still even a little bit of residue coming off. I have still got the top, by the way, guys. It's actually, I've actually waxed the top. The top's already been done. But the beauty of not having the top on this, the levered top, means that I could get into the lines and wax and paint them really well. Pull your back out again. And do the front. Wow, there's a few of you here. The correct way to wax is well with a wax brush. If you look at this wax brush, it comes to kind of a slight point. And if you go in with your wax brush and go, and sometimes you do need to do that into a detailed area, you're kind of wearing away your brush. So you really want to be going on 45-degree angles, long strokes, if you can. It's not always, you know, kind of keeping this on an angle each way. And that will stop the bristles wearing down as quick. Occasionally you're going to have to, especially like where there's real detail, you're going to have to push the wax brush in and use the tip of it, but where you can, try and always do long strokes. I think just preserves your tool for longer. You know, these brushes, you want to get as much out of them as possible. They're not cheap, you need to keep on looking after them. So certain areas like there, I'm wiggling and under there because I know I need those tips to get under and into that detail. So I have to do that. But then once I've done that edge, I can go over. There's a little edge in there as well, down there, in there, all of those colours. And then I can do my long strokes. And it spreads the wax around much more easily. hope you can hear me, guys. I haven't really thought about that. There's a few of you on, I just hope you can hear me. I'm in the house. I don't even know if I'm on 3G or not. I just kind of press go live. It's a new concept to me, this live into YouTube, so I'm not quite as good. So I do hope, if you're actually with me now, it's alright. I hope so. Yay. No questions, let me just check. I never have to. No, everyone's been really quiet. That's fine. I don't mind, I'm pretty quiet today. I think instead of finishing and completing the whole thing, we'll just add a little bit of dark wax to the front of this, just so it gets a little bit more interesting. I'm not going to wax the whole piece on camera. It'll give you an idea of where I'm going. I'm going to do very minimal dark waxing. I really like the solidness of this colour. I just think it's worth highlighting a few of the details, or low lighting them with some dark wax. Go, guys. Look at the colour difference. Loads better. Really like the colour. It's a happy red. Most definitely a happy red. It's not a colour that I use very often. I was just feeling like festive, and I thought this piece of furniture most definitely would be happy with a brighter colour on it. Instead of thick, gloopy, glossy black paint. That paint was really nasty. And I think this will be cherished for a long time. And like I said, I think it will make a great hallway piece, or it could quite possibly be a child's bedroom piece, which I think would be really good as a toy box as well. Anyhow, let's get some, play around with some of the dark wax. I'll bring you in closer. Just bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. Right. So I've got Annie Sloan soft dark wax, and I've got a small brush, and this is what I call directional waxing. I like to use the wax rather than, sometimes I go all over and people get really frightened about it, but occasionally I'll just work with a small brush into the details, as simple as that, no rhyme or reason. This is freshly waxed with clear wax, so you don't need to worry. I would say over colours and light colours, never ever use dark wax or black wax without a clear coat. Not unless you want it to be black. If you're going over black or brown, of course, that looks great with straight over those colours. So as you can see, I've just literally spending all that time just into the details. Maybe go along here as well. This is just a hint of dark wax, that's all. Just a hint. And we will go into there, seems that there is a groove there. Take the same cloth, bundle it up. I'm going to take off the higher ground. I'm just kind of flat-handed, just rubbing off the higher ground. See? Like so. And it's just a little bit of hint. It's kind of looking like a build-up of dirt over the ear. I don't want too much because I don't want to muddy up the redness of this colour, because you'll lose it. It'll kind of look like mahogany wood again if you're not careful, because it's such a dark red. And you can, of course, go back for clear wax just to freshen up. It will remove, in the centres, it will remove too much build-up of dark. Like so. I really like that. It's just a simple hint. We'll do the other side. There you go. If you look at the other side, what a difference. Just a subtle difference in tone. Same again. No rhyme or reason. I'm just aiming, but I'm not really. I think if you try and be too perfect about it, you're gonna kind of impinge the greatness of it, I suppose. Let it be more natural and fluent. Some of these details in this carving have been lost because of the gloss paint that was originally there. Sadly, somebody really overpainted this. And that was the reason why it got a new lease of life. Somebody tried to strip it as well, and that wasn't working out too well for them, so I thought, I'm not going to go down that route. Could have fixed it, but just didn't think it was worth the time and effort for what you would have come out with. There was veneer missing, lots of things going on with this one. But we're just going to make it look a bright new button. There, that's that. So there's nothing to be frightened of with dark wax. It's really easy actually. It's one of my favourites, dark wax. I think it's really subtle and natural when it comes to a finish. Right, I'll do it again, a little bit in the middle. This is a little bit of clear wax again, just to freshen up that centre. Go. Nearly have two matching sides. The light in here is not that good, it's artificial, so I will check it afterwards, but I think that's pretty good. Let's move on to a lion at the top, and then we'll call it quits for today. Yeah, that's nice. Right, let's bring you up. Let's go. Oh, there's 8 of you now. We drop down and we've got some more back. 9, we're building up. I think the interesting stuff's come kicking in, isn't it? Right. Let's move on to the lions. We've got plenty of clear wax on this. I'll just give it another quick coat. I'll do the other side at the same time. Alright. I'm going to do straight down here. In the connection, right round, into any groove or indentation. And this time I'm going to pick up a bigger brush because I've got more to do. There's lots more detail. I'm just going to paint this down wax on all over Mr. Lion. All over. Do both sides. Go, same cloth, and then I'm going to take off. Flat-handed, I'm just kind of taking the top surface, I'm trying not to rub away into all of those indentations. I want the details of that carving to come back. I'm just going to change my cloth, guys, because this one's getting rather loaded. So a clean cloth, again, just sweeping over. It should bring back all those lovely details. Right, clear wax just to clean up. There is a couple of little chips in here which I quite like from the veneer that had gone. I might fill that crack up there. Just put a little bit of dark wax on there. Nothing major, I just felt there's no wrong with highlighting some of the imperfections in the piece. Quite like that. Yeah, he looks great. This is just clear again. I am so quiet. There's 12 of you watching now and I'm really quiet. I know I am. I'm just finishing off the project that so many people asked me to show the waxing part of it. And I'm just going to keep on going because although it's not that interesting, other people might find it interesting. In there. I'll just do the other lion and then I will tune out and go make some mince pies or something. You've all been really quiet, not unless I've got comments turned off. Nobody's mentioned a thing. You're just secretly watching me, aren't you? I don't mind. I think it's that time of year where we're all kind of thinking, I just need to stop, relax, not think about anything. I'm worried about food shopping, Christmas shopping, so many things that you've got to organise at this time of year. And if you're watching it on replay in the summer, I'm really sorry, but actually here and now, in my time, in this, while this was happening, 2 days before Christmas. Right. Oh, a little bit round here. Tidy that up. wax there, don't want that. Right, I'm going to take you out of here. Oh, I'm not very good at this. And give you a bit of a 360. Can we see? There we go. All of his details come back to life. Show you the other one. There we go. So basically, that's about it for dark waxing and clear waxing on this. I've got the sides to do. I'll complete them in just about 15 minutes. This will be left to cure overnight, and I will try my hardest tomorrow morning to stage and photograph the whole piece. I'm really happy with it. The mix of primer red with burgundy is giving that sort of real, it's kind of a rustic red, which I was really hoping for. Almost like my artificial flowers here, that rustic sort of, let me just pop them, that green and red, look at that. Those colours just work so great together. So I probably will stage it with some green, because green, and what's more festive than green and red at Christmas? So thank you for joining me, or even the burgundy of those leaves somehow, I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me live here on YouTube. I'm getting dizzy now. I wanted to find the piece again. I've really enjoyed, let me go that way, sharing the live here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I will pop this into, it will go on so it can be hashtag replayed. If you watch it replay, hashtag it. If you want to ask me any questions on clear waxing, dark waxing over chalk paint, I'll be glad to answer them. I know it was kind of basic, and I do think there's a call for basic techniques like waxing. Of course, it's important because of many new people, but many of you are experienced painters and you'll understand all of that. Anyway, much love. If you've been watching me for the last half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, oh, it's half an hour, been on half an hour, perfect timing. Thank you for joining me and staying with me for so long. And I will catch you all soon. In the new year, I've got lots of things that I want to do in the new year. I've got, which may be recorded tutorials. I've got some leather painting, some chairs to paint. I've got a lovely big sideboard and a few other things, exciting things coming up. So I will endeavour, I will be starting in my Christmas break. I've got 2 weeks off. I'm not sure whether we're going to hit another lockdown. So if we do, you guys are going to benefit a little bit more from that. Anyway, much love. I will catch you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Take care.